Trish Taylor loved being pregnant.
It was just fun. Very uneventful. Hospital trips were standard. Got to see her bouncing or, dancing around, and heartbeat was always there and strong.
That's the heartbeat.
Taylor and her husband named their baby Joycelyn. They bought a crib and set up a nursery. All of Taylor's family flew in for the birth. On the day after her due date, Taylor used her at-home baby monitor to listen to Joycelyn's heartbeat.
And I couldn't find anything, so I knew something was wrong because I listened to her regularly, and I just told my family I was going to run to the hospital to make sure she was okay.
At the hospital, the nurse couldn't find Joycelyn's heartbeat either, so they brought in the ultrasound machine.
They went to her little heart chamber, and I'm so used to seeing this little flicker, and there was no little flicker. And they were still looking and still trying, but I seen it, I knew. And I said, there's no flicker, right? And they said no. And that's when they said, we're sorry, Trish and Dwayne, Joycelyn doesn't have a heartbeat.
Taylor could have had Joycelyn extracted by C-section, but she decided to go through labor and deliver her baby as she had originally intended.
This is my beautiful daughter, Joycelyn Grace. She's almost 24 hours out the womb. She's already with the Lord.
The Taylors chose not to have an autopsy performed on Joycelyn. Shortly after this video was taken, Joycelyn was cremated. To be sure, the vast majority of pregnancies in the U.S. result in a healthy baby. Even so, about 1 out of every 160 pregnancies ends up in a stillbirth. The March of Dimes says nearly 24,000 babies are stillborn in America each year.
These kind of squiggly line is actually the actual moment-to-moment heartbeat of the fetus.
Dr. Tom Kelly is chief of perinatal medicine for the UC San Diego Health System. He specializes in high-risk pregnancies. Dr. Kelly says women with conditions like lupus, diabetes, or pregnancy-related high blood pressure are at higher risk of having a stillbirth. Other risk factors include smoking and obesity.
Unfortunately, about half the time there's no explainable reason, and that's the frustration for, the obstetrician as well as the patient is, why did this happen? And I guess more importantly, is this going to happen to me again?
Kelly says the problem is perfectly healthy women who've had a normal pregnancy can still have a stillborn baby.
Most stillbirths occur in low-risk women, unfortunately, because there are more low-risk women than high-risk women.
When a stillbirth occurs at UCSD Medical Center in Hillcrest, clinical social worker Danielle Nelson gets a call.
I just lost a baby. How do I? Well, it's like, but if you feel like getting out of the house, get out of the house.
It's Nelson's job to help a woman and her family begin the grieving process.
So I've seen everything from walking into a room where patient is very numb, family is very numb. I walk in, I introduce myself as a social worker, and they say, great, we need our parking validated. And then I've also walked into rooms where everyone is emoting and it's very visceral and everyone's feeling it. It's acute. And neither one is right or wrong. It's just, you meet the patient where they're at and you go from there.
This is a hand mold that her and her father did in the hospital.
Trish Taylor says her religious faith has helped her cope with her loss.
I had seen her smile that day. She was smiling at 10 weeks.
In addition, she's found comfort in blogging about her journey.
This picture of her is one of my favorite ones with her at the hospital.
Taylor's decorated a mantle in Joycelyn's honor.
This is the remains, what's left of her.
And she had some keepsake jewelry made in Joycelyn's memory.
This is a pendant with her ashes. Another pendant with her ashes. Actually, I love this one. It's breast milk.
Taylor and her husband have also donated 2 special pieces of equipment called cuddle cots to UCSD. Each cot is a refrigerated bassinet that allows stillborn babies to stay with the parents a little bit longer rather than going straight to the morgue. The Taylors want to have another child soon, but Trish says she'll never forget Joycelyn, whose death remains unexplained.
I'm never going to get over Joycelyn dying. She's not a bad day that I had. She's my daughter and she's not here anymore. And so she goes forward with me.
Kenny Goldberg, KPBS News.